So, new PlayStation 5 update now live, new God of War Studio next PlayStation 5 game, and Bluepoint next PlayStation 5/PlayStation 6 title. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, are you playing Death Stranding 2 or not? I'm still currently going through the game and enjoying what I've been playing, honestly. This is a much better game than the first one all around, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below yes or no if you're playing Death Stranding 2 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Bluepoint's next game. So Bluepoint, as we know, was working on a new game from an existing IP. There were people that thought it would be a new game, but they never said that. They said original game. At the end of the day, the original game turned out to be a God of War live service title. Per reports, this game has since been canceled. Sony confirmed it's been canceled. They didn't state what it was. But in terms of what Bluepoint has coming next, it looks like their next project is underway. They've recently put up job listings for a senior graphics engineer and for a principal graphics engineer. For the senior graphics engineer role, it mentions the need to have shipped at least one AAA game, so I assume maybe this new project is not something small, and I guess not surprisingly, the principal graphics engineer needs at least two shipped AAA titles. So this seems to be another potentially bigger title, but I hope, and this is just me, that they go back to making remakes only because they are so good at it. This is a studio that released the Shadow of the Colossus remake in 2018 and then the Demon's Souls remake in 2020. They had a solid release schedule, and now it's been 5 years nearly since they've released anything. There were rumors that they had another remake in the works with this live service title, but this is a small studio that probably had everyone on this live service title. That's just a guess from me. They could have been working on both. They were working on both Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls remake at the same time at one point, but maybe those take less resources than trying to make a new live service title. If they do manage to work on another remake, they might get that out earlier than a completely new single player title, and if they make a new single player title, that's something we won't see for a while. We'll see how things go, and if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, new PlayStation 5 update now live. Reading from Push Square, a new PlayStation 5 firmware update is available to download now, but it is something of a secret at the moment as Sony has not shared word of it anywhere online. And the PlayStation 5 console doesn't prompt you to download it either. Weighing in at 1.34 gigabytes, you can trigger a download from the settings menu on your PlayStation 5 by selecting the system option and then clicking System Software Update and Settings. The top option should tell you an update is available. Straight from Sony, the patch note for update 11.60 is the following: we've improved system software performance and stability. After having a few PlayStation 5 firmware updates that have focused on other areas of the console, it's always nice of Sony to return to its classic stability enhancements. So yeah, this is one of those usual updates that Sony drops throughout the year. It's interesting that Sony didn't prompt it. Maybe it's not a required update, but looking forward to the next major update. This should be dropping later this month in beta form if things follow the same cadence, which earlier this year it did for the first quote-unquote major update of the year, since that update didn't really include much. I really hope this upcoming major update brings some exciting features. I'd assume the DualSense feature will potentially drop with this next major update, the feature that allows you to connect your DualSense controller to multiple devices at the same time. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see how this goes, but you guys let me know what you want from the next major PlayStation 5 update. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the next God of War Studio PlayStation 5 game. So this has been an interesting conversation recently. Originally, we thought Cory Barlog was working on a sci-fi title because of all the sci-fi teases you saw on his Twitter account, and Cory loves to do these things. He loves putting up hints as to what's going on. I still remember when he spelled out Ragnarok is coming on his pinned Twitter thread. Like, this guy enjoys teasing people like this. So when people saw the continued hints towards a sci-fi title and the fact that the studio worked on a sci-fi title before it got canceled and then they moved over to God of War 2018, we believed they potentially maybe went back to that. This thought grew more when we found out Corey has been working on his own game since 2019. That was the original thought. Recently, though, everything has been flipped thanks to Jason Schreier, who said this about Sony Santa Monica's next game when asked if he had any information. Cory Barlog's game is Sony Santa Monica's next big thing. Last time I spoke to anyone about it a month or two ago, it was going well. So this was obviously great to hear that the game that's been in the works since 2019 is moving smoothly as of now. So hopefully that means we're close to a reveal and launch. The conversation, however, continued with Jason getting confused as to why everyone thought this was a new IP, leading him to give more information saying this. I'll put it this way. It's not a new IP, but it might feel like one. Maybe that's why people are confused. Please don't ask me more questions about this. If I wind up reporting more information at any point in the future, it'll be in an article, not on a forum. I can also confirm that Ash Hong knows what they're talking about and that the sci-fi stuff that people believed for years now is nonsense. So it's not a new IP, but an existing one that feels like a new IP, and it's not sci-fi. Now, what about what Ash Hong said? That name sounded familiar when I first saw it because he commented on Corey's game nearly a year ago, stating the following: I can't wait for Sony Santa Monica to announce their game. I truly don't know how Era will react, Reset Era. When asked to reveal more information, he said, I cannot. I will say it's different and probably not something anybody is expecting. And then he gave us his reaction, stating, good question. At first, I was like, meh, but then I was like, oh. So to me, this kind of sounds like the Atreus game. It's not a new IP. It could feel like a new IP if it's an open world Atreus game set in the God of War universe. It's not sci-fi, and if you first heard about it, you'd probably be disappointed that this is what Corey has been working on all of these years, and then maybe you see it and then you're shocked or amazed as to what the result is. That's just a guess from me. Some were also wondering if it's a licensed game, but Ash Hong came in to confirm it's not, stating, I wouldn't disagree with anything Jason has said. It's not a licensed game though, don't worry. So this brings me back to the Atreus game, or is it something else from Sony's IP library? Some are hoping it's a sequel to The Order 1886, which is a game that Sony Santa Monica has helped make. I take that as well, The Order 1887. But you guys let me know what you think the game is. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with, it is time for the reveals. There's clearly multiple games at Sony Studios, and there's already games that have been revealed that need actual updates like Wolverine. So hopefully this September event or Gamescom coming up next month, or at least the Game Awards, Sony starts revealing more about these games. If you want that as well, destroy the comment section with, it is time for the reveals, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.